guys, so I am going to do an update for you on my IUI that's coming up and the appointment that I just had. But first, I just wanted to start by saying that my husband and I just recently got back from going to Disneyland and Universal Studios, and we had so much fun. We were dead tired because we did something 3 days in a row. We were at a park, so it was intense, and we walked so much and just kept going every day. But yeah, it was really fun. And the best part about it was I got to meet one of my really good friends that I met right here on YouTube, and that is Kassie Moon. And I will have her channel linked below because I just love her, and it was so amazing to get to meet someone that you've been talking to, like, text, YouTube, Instagram, everything. So that was really cool, and I was so nervous to meet her, but as soon as we met, it was honestly like I just met up with an old best friend that I hadn't seen in a while, and everything was normal. So it was really fun, and I'm just so excited to have close friendships and bonds with people that I meet right here in this community. So that was exciting. Now, the next thing I'll talk about is I had my appointment today with the specialist. I met with another doctor because they just kind of have you meet with whoever's available that day that you need to go in. So I met with a woman this time, and she was really nice. I really liked her. I liked her better than my last doctor. I don't know if it's because he was a guy and she's a girl, but I don't know. She was just really nice and helpful and answered a lot of questions, and I didn't feel like we were being rushed or we weren't just like a number or anything. Not to say the last person made me feel like a number, but I don't know. I just felt like accepted, and she was really there to help us. So today's cycle day 3, and so I did also get my medicine to start for days 3 through 7. I told you guys before on Instagram that I was planning on doing Femara because of the side effects of Clomid, and just I've heard how it can thin your lining and everything. So we went over both medications, and she explained in depth for me a lot about the different ones. She said, they usually start people on Clomid, and if that doesn't work, then they'll change it to Femara. But I did go over the concerns with her that I had, as far as the side effects and the thinning of the uterus lining, and she was really good about just going over it with me and just, helping me understand that we are going to start on the lowest dosage since I am younger and I do have regular cycles. So overall, it was a little more in depth than that, but I just felt a little bit better. So I decided I would go ahead and try Clomid, at least for this first round here, and see if I don't have like horrible side effects. So what I ended up getting was, I don't know if you can see that very well. Lighting is terrible. Well, 50 milligram, just the off-brand, or I don't know if that's really the technical word for it, but yeah, so clomiphene, and so it's 50 milligrams that I'll take for 5 days. I already took one for today, so that's why there's 4, but I'll take that for 5 days. And she said you could start it anywhere between cycle 3 and 5, but it's just really whatever day that you're able to make it into the office. So since I came in on cycle day 3, I'm going to start it today, and then I will end it on cycle day 7. Okay, so now, what was I going to say? Sorry, I have my notes over here. All right, so something's a little bit different about my clinic that I, had heard other things happen at everybody else's clinic that I've actually talked to, is that due to the fact that I do have regular cycles, I do ovulate on my own, I'm actually not going to be doing, one, not doing a trigger shot, and 2, therefore not going in for a follicle check before I ovulate and all that good stuff. And I don't have to have any blood work done at this time because all my levels or everything looked normal from before I started the clinic. So what they're going to have me do instead of a follicle check and a trigger shot is just use my digital OPKs like usual, and they always recommend the Clear Blue, either Clear Blue Easy or Clear Blue Digital. And she actually told me not to do the advanced Clear Blue Digital because it, the smiley face detects different days, and she said that just kind of confuses some women. So I have the normal ones anyway, so I'm just going to get some more of those. So start taking that on cycle day 12. And as soon as I get my positive OPK, then I will call and they will do the IUI in the next 24 hours. Other than that, oh, she did say that if I don't get a smiley face by cycle day 17, then they'll have me come in and do a ultrasound to check my follicles and all that good stuff. And when she did my ultrasound today to check the follicles, there was approximately 10 on my left side and 12 on my right, which I remember from my last video. I believe I had more on my right, or more on my left than my right. So this month it's more on my right than my left. And she said, so she told me 10 and 12 approximately, and that's a good number, she said, and also that there's no large cysts. So I don't know if no large cysts meant that I had like some small ones or what. I didn't actually have her clarify that, but either way, there was nothing to alarm me. So then for my uterine lining, she said it was 6 point, and I forget, and I'm upset now that I didn't like make it until no, but it was like 6 point something, and she said that's a good thickness for where I'm at my cycle. Oh, another thing that was kind of different than what I had heard from other couples, because I've actually heard this part was a little bit different with a few different people. So she said that as far as scheduling, that obviously it tells us not to abstain from intercourse like more than 3 days prior to doing the sample. So that's fine, that's obvious. And then she also said to have intercourse the day of the IUI to improve our chances, because the more sperm in there, the better. So, we're going to follow what they tell us to do just because we don't know what we're doing. We've never done this. So we're going to go ahead and just try to follow that schedule. And then the only other thing I was going to talk about regarding that, I know you guys have, a lot of you that have looked into Clomid probably have already looked up these statistics, but just in case you haven't, it's kind of some neat, interesting statistics. And my husband was in the room again today, so I was like, oh gosh, please don't freak him out with multiple facts. But she did say that the chances of multiple births, 90% of people that take it do have single pregnancies or single deliveries, and then nearly 10% have twins, and less than 1% report deliveries of triplets or more. So the or more, like, that's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, she just said, twins is, that's fine, but triplets they don't really want, because, the likelihood of the success rate of the pregnancy and just the, the medical problems and everything can be a little higher. And if that happens, then they would send you to a high-risk doctor to discuss, the rest of the pregnancy possibilities and or reducing the embryos, or I'm not saying the correct terminology probably, but reducing 3 down to lower, which my husband and I, we've already discussed that, and just with our belief and moral system, we don't believe in doing that. So if we are blessed with more than one little miracle in there, then we're going to take it as it comes and just go with it, because yeah, we've already discussed that before we decided to do any of this, so we knew where we stood with all of that, which I definitely think is important. If any of you guys are deciding whether or not you want to do fertility treatment, drugs, IUI, IVF, whatever, definitely know what you and your partner are thinking as far as what happens if we do get pregnant with multiples. That's just my opinion, just so you guys are on the same page, because you never know what somebody might be thinking unless you ask them about it. So there you go. I'm an open book, so we talk about everything. Okay, I just thought that would be kind of neat to give you that the statistics on that. And then of course we went over the side effects, which I already heard about the horror stories, and then also she did say it's not uncommon when you take Clomid to ovulate a day or two later, so that was good to know, so I don't panic if I'm not getting anything by like cycle day 14 or something. Okay, so that's all I have for my update on myself. I do want to give a couple shout outs to a couple of my good friends. So Ashley, and I will put her channel link below because I'm drawing a blank of what her channel name is. If I think of it, I will put it in the link here while you're watching the video, but I'll definitely have her link below. So my friend Ashley just had her IUI done, her first IUI, their first medicated cycle, all of that. She also used Clomid And she did have a trigger shot with her, so she did Clomid and then a trigger shot, and she is 2 days past IUI, so 2D PIUI. There we go. So everyone, please just have lots of thoughts and prayers for her if that's your thing. Just that this works and that they get their little miracle or miracles, whatever ends up happening. I'm really praying that that works out for her. Also, another YouTuber that I'm good friends with Sarah Loves Peter. You might still know her as Sarah and Peter B, but she did change her YouTube name. I'll put her link below as well. She starts her next step with IVF, which I was trying to confirm exactly the correct terminology and how to word it, but I believe it's stimming. She's starting her stimming here soon. And the neat thing about Sarah and I is that if we both got pregnant, or she got pregnant off her IVF cycle and this coming up one, and then if I got pregnant off this IUI cycle, we would have like almost the same exact due date, which is pretty cool. But yeah, she's starting that soon, and so I'm really, really excited for her as well. I'm just keeping all my limbs crossed in prayers and thoughts to her and Peter that this works for them and they get a miracle as well. So please just be thinking of them and check out their channels. I'll have it below. Check them out, subscribe to them, follow their journeys. They're wonderful, wonderful ladies. I love them to death. So I will also have Cassie's link below as well to her channel so you can follow her journey. She hasn't had a video up real recently, but trust me, there will be more. Just give her some time. She'll get that done because I'll make her. But yeah, that's all I have, guys. Girls, that's my update. And please just keep us in your thoughts and prayers while we go through this. I'm really praying that I don't have any crazy Clomid side effects since I last minutely changed my mind on what I was going to take. So I'm just praying that, you know, my doctor has my best interest at heart and that this will work out for us. Other than that, please like and subscribe if you want to follow our journey. I'm hoping that this is the beginning of the last cycle before our first BFP. But if not, we'll still be here and it'll still be our journey. So thank you guys for watching and I hope you have a good night. Bye!